Hello everyone, this is part 2 of my live chat on Tuesday after dinner routine. Apparently we lost audio. I don't know why. I didn't mute it. So we're trying again. A few minutes, everybody will be popping back in and we'll continue our video on after dinner routine. Currently we were entertaining questions that people had from this morning and then we're going to go into after dinner routine. Okay, everybody's coming back. Yes, can you hear me? Nikki, hello, Sabrina. I see all the other same people. Everybody's clapping their hands. Yes, okay, great. All right, so let's continue with what we were talking about. Thank you very much. Blue Ocean, I can't remember your name. Is it Daisy? I'm trying to remember. I haven't talked to you in a long time. Make sure you put your name in if your name isn't in your title, okay? Hi, Sana. Grace Fueled Home. Is it Grace? Daisy. Was I right? Is that what I said? I thought I did. What a fantastic memory I have for the second. Hi, Gani. Okay, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. Not such a great memory on yours, did I? Okay. Hi, Destiny again. I couldn't remember Sarah's name, so I got one. I got 50%. All right, so let's talk about the after dinner routine because that's really what I want to talk about today. Hi, Tobias. How are you? Long time no talk to. After dinner routine, let's talk about it. Do you do an after dinner routine? Do you get all the parts done? The after dinner routine, let's go over it real quick. Let's talk about what's in it. Let's see. Hold on. After dinner routine is, my book was upside down, that's why I couldn't see anything. All right, is do the dishes. Either wash them or put them in the dishwasher. Wipe the table, wipe the counter, wipe the sink, and sweep the floor, including pots and pans and the top of the stove. So what part of that are you missing? Somebody tell me. I don't sit down at night until my routine is mostly finished. After dinner, Nancy? Okay. What isn't finished? That's what I want to know. What are you not finishing? What are you not finishing? Kelly Young, Megan Cooper, you are right. Hi, Rachel. Okay. Candace, I am the only one who doesn't like sweeping the floor. Might be a great job to delegate to my husband. Absolutely. And he doesn't have to do a great job. Just a few swipes, just a little swipes. I mostly do, Sarah said, but usually miss doing sweeping the floor. You know, girls, my grandmother had 12 children, and she kept over 600, I think, 650, something like that, infants for the Catholic Charity in her lifetime. So she always had a house full of family. And she always said that sweeping the floor is almost as good as mopping it. It keeps it clean because all those little things that get spilt on the floor get smashed into it. So if you just sweep it up every night, you won't have a problem. You might consider a smaller broom, maybe one that's, maybe waist high, that hooks on a little handheld. My mother has one of these and I never had one, but I think it's cool. It's like a little pole. And on the bottom of the pole is a little dustpan at the bottom. And then at the top of the pole is a little hook and the short little broom hooks in there. So you just pull it out and take the dustpan with the stick and sweep. It's pretty quick and easy. So consider that or something like that. You don't have to do anything fancy. Okay, I'm going to go back and see what everybody's saying. It looks like sweeping. That's so crazy. Bye, Marg. Thank you, Sarah. It's so hard to get up and busy again on a full belly. But it's not hard busy, it's light busy. And surely you're not eating so much you can't walk. I hope. I hope that's not happening, Megan. Let's see, Kathy said, I already read Kathy's comment. I'm the only one who doesn't like sweeping. I read that too. Charity, I miss the floors. Okay. Sarah, I do most, but I usually miss doing the floors. Okay. So I'm hearing you say you're missing doing the floors. You do most. Surely you're delegating, unless you're eating by yourself. Surely you're delegating. So I want to know now, it looks like a lot of it is sweeping. Sherry forgets to sweep. Polly says, do you say sweep the floor? I never do that. Yeah, I do say sweep the floor. Miss sweeping the floor. Don't always put out clothes for tomorrow. Well, Nancy, that's not in the after dinner routine, but thank you for sharing. Rebecca, hard to keep the kids close to help. I usually have to take the baby to the bath and the kids disappear. No, no, no. No, 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 no. We say instead, okay, kids, after dinner, we're going to clean the kitchen. I'm going to leave the baby in the chair for a couple minutes while we get these things going. I'm going to wash these pans, and you girls and boys start doing your stuff. And then when I take the baby, in just a minute, when I come back, this is what I expect to be done. And then you have to inspect what you expect, and then you have to give consequences if people are not doing their jobs. It's serious stuff. I know it seems little because it is such a small little job, but it's serious. You need to have your kids understand that you mean business. This is not a game. This is not an opt-out. This is something they have to do. They have to help clean the kitchen, okay? All right, let's see. What's going on? My floor is a magnet for crumbs. Megan vacuums her floor. Well, remember, it's not specially huge, big, giant job. It's just a little tiny job. It's just a little bit of sweeping. Roxy said putting the pots and pans away. That's something you don't do. But they're washed. Are they? You don't have to put them away. Leave them in the drain rack. You can put them away in the morning. I vacuum my floor. I read that. Candace read that. Destiny, I used to always deep clean, sweep, and mop whenever I clean the floor. But I just sweep it frequently, and mopping once a month is so much better. Yes. I like you to mop it once a week on the weekly home blessing hour. Rachel said, also vacuuming the floor. I'm a messy cook. Polly said, I replace the dish towel in the morning just in case spills happen after dinner. That's why I tell you to replace the dish towel before you go to bed. That's part of the before bed routine. That's not the after dinner routine. That's before the before bed routine. You replace it then. Amy says when she eats, she gets sleepy. You still got to clean the kitchen. It's just something you have to do. You have to clean the kitchen. People who would have lunch and they would get sleepy after lunch and they still had to work. And they couldn't help it. That's just the way their body was. It made them sleepy, but they would do their best and they would work and they would work through it. So work through it. And the other thing is, are you eating dinner too late? I love the RoboVac, Sabrina. Inspect what you expect has been a game changer for Polly. That's a great saying. My kids opt out. Kids are not allowed to opt out, Rachel. That's not an option. There's no opt out, okay? But I'm glad you like it. Megan says, of course not. I just get lazy at night. We all do, but just maybe you're eating too late or you're making too big of a mess. Have you watched my video on how to keep it clean when you're cooking? Rachel says she likes to vacuum the floor. She's a messy cook. I read that already. Just got here. Hi, Sue from Ohio. Hi, Sue. Karen has 4 boys, so they all do one thing. I do the pots. They all do one thing each. That's great. That's wonderful. I put my pots and pans away in the morning. Yeah, that's what I would do, Charity. Connie, I can't do dishes after eating. I clean as I cook, and husband does the rest after we eat. Good. As long as somebody does it, it's delegated, but how about the rest of it? Here's the whole plan again. Let's listen again. After dinner, dishes go in the dishwasher or they're washed. Table gets wiped, counters get wiped, sink gets wiped out, and the floor gets swept. Also, you need to clean the top of the stove and pots and pans. Hi, Crystal. Karen, after dinner, my husband makes me a cup of tea, but I find if I don't get pots washed first, then I tend to leave them till a bit later. Yeah, if you sit down, if you get up from the table and you go and sit down with a cup of tea, you're not going to get back up. Don't waste your good time in the evening by wasting it then. Have your cup of tea after the kitchen's cleaned as your reward. So finish that first, and then he can make you a cup of tea. And then you can really enjoy it, knowing you don't have to get back up until it's time for your before bed routine. My mom throws food to the dog down the hall, so crumbs go into every room. It's never ending. She no longer understands not to do it. Bless her heart. Just one of those things you have to deal with for a season. Rachel, yes, I'm working on it. My kids really are great kids. It's definitely my fault as a mama, and the mess I'm working on getting under control doesn't help. But I just got home from urgent care for COPD. Okay, I hope you feel better, Rach. Kathy, there's something satisfying about that clean kitchen after dinner. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Kathy, that's it. Lisa said, my hubby and I wash and dry out and put dishes away right after dinner. Voila, I love it. Megan Cooper, I let my tea sit while I do the dishes and clean up. Nice. Let it brew and get nice and rich. I'm trying to do routines and I'm noticing my own routines and I was kind of proud of them. Very good. It's Rachel. Polly said, can't seem to keep table clean. We usually eat in the living room. Be gentle on me. We eat in the living room too. Me and my mother and my husband. My mother has a little tray she eats on. I just hold my plate in my lap. So no, I'm not going to fuss at you for that. If there's no babies in the house, no children, you can certainly do that. Years ago, I saw, who did I see? I think it was Paula Deen visited, it was Jimmy Carter and his wife, Rosalind Carter, in their home. And she said, we eat on TV trays. We're old and we don't want to eat at the table anymore. And you don't have to eat at the table when you're an adult and you don't have children to deal with. But if you have little children that you're raising, I highly recommend using a table, okay? All right, but you still have to clean the kitchen. There's still stuff to clean after you cook. Destiny, but the dining table should be clean. Destiny, I like to make hot soapy water in a tub on the counter. I don't have a double-sided sink, and I put the dishes in that to be hand washed in as I cook. Then I wash while I'm waiting for the food. Excellent idea. Love it. Candace, if I don't do the after dinner routine, then I don't want to do the before bed routine either. That's right. You don't. And it's a big old mess, isn't it? Hi, Janelle. Charity, I actually like to move my body by doing the dishes and cleaning up something and listen after dinner. I think I read somewhere that cleaning up, moving might help with keeping your blood sugar from going so high. This sounds like a great idea anyway. Tina, I always do the dishes while I'm getting ready for bed. My water is brewing and then I sit down and sip and read. Yes. My kids, I love that, Tina. My kids, Crystal Algier says, my kids and husband know that after dinner routine so well that I smile secretly when they all play their part automatically. Crystal, such a happy message. So happy to hear that. Hi, Gail. I have decided to try making a hard rule. Kitchen closed, 8 p.m. Also, setting an alarm for 8 p.m. to start the dishwasher and ready the kitchen for the morning. And then the routine towards bed. We're up at 5:30 a.m. to walk. Yeah, that's a good idea. If you need to get to bed early, set a timer. Great idea. Okay, quick question, then I'm going to go. Quick question. If you have a young family or teenagers or younger, do you delegate? Yes or no? Yes or no? I'm anxious to see. Amy, yes. Rachel, yes. Rachel Pugh. Megan, no. Crystal, yes. Libby, yes. Candace, talking about moving in the blood sugar. Sarah, yes. Polly, mostly no. Amy, and they take turns each night. Camber, both, it depends on the day. Kelly and crew, yes. When do you declutter the dining room table? Mr. B, you're asking a business. You're asking a question. They're so funny. Rachel, and doing a mini after dinner routine after breakfast and lunch has made a huge difference. I plan to. My mom did with me and taught me so much. No, because my cats opt out. Sabrina. Amy, Mr. B's laughing. Sarah, Teresa, yes. Belle, yes. Okay, so mostly yeses, and I'm so happy you are. For those of you who said no, now let me read this from Charity. Good. Special needs daughter, 20 years old. You've set an example for her, and now she's starting to do things. That's fabulous, Charity. Congratulations. Oh, I missed Polly's question. That was... Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. B, I thought you were asking Polly a question. It's like, okay, that's new. When do you declutter the dining room table? Okay, you declutter the dining room table when you're in zone 5, the kitchen, the living room and dining room. That's your answer. Okay. Some people do the dining room table with zone 1, and that's fine too. Are you on live chat? Let me see. Nope, I wasn't on live chat. I restarted and forgot to be on live chat. So I'm sorry if I missed your question, Polly. But for those of you who don't delegate, I want you this week to really think about it and start delegating. Delegating is never easy. And it's really uncomfortable if you haven't done that before, and you have to inspect what you expect, or you have to oversee, or you have to assist, depending on the age of your children. Children 6 and under, you're going to assist, or 5 and under. Children 6 to 7, sometimes 8, you're going to oversee. Children 8 or 9 to, all the way up to the top, you're going to inspect what you expect. You have to let them understand that this is the rule. Remember this thing, I do it all the time. Boom, boom, boom. This is you. You've got a little rule. The little rule is everybody cleans up after dinner and you have a little job to do. This is your child. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And you just keep falling over. And they learn they can keep doing that, and they become, and I hate to say this about your beautiful children, but they become entitled adults. And that's not what we want. You want your child to be a person of character, and this is part of building their character. So when you're here and you're being firm but kind does not mean you're a pushover. It means you're just kind. You're not screaming and yelling. You're just saying what has to be done. You're speaking truth in love. This is you. This is your child. We're going to delegate. I don't want to do it. And you just keep standing there. You say, yes, you are going to do it. And if they don't do it again, then, oh, I'm sorry, you lose your whatever. You lose it. For a week, maybe, depending on their behavior. Hopefully not. Hopefully just for an hour or maybe a day. But whatever it is, there has to be a consequence. You lose a privilege if you don't want to participate until you learn to agree that what I'm telling you, not agree, but when you learn to obey your mother and your father. Until you learn to obey, there's going to be consequences. So boom, 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 boom. They'll finally stop and they'll start doing it, and it'll be a happier home. Okay. I really don't love to give those instructions to people because I'm afraid that they don't take it properly, but I do know that it is biblical, and so I'll stand on the Bible on that and not be afraid. Fear not. 365 times in the Bible. Do not fear. All right, have a wonderful day. Remember that I love you very much. This is what I do for, it's my destiny to do this. I love to do this. This is my mission in life. It's something I get joy from, and I really enjoy it when people tell me how much their life has changed. Because of me? No, because of you, because you changed. I'm just here with a little mouth telling you what to do. You'll just do it. You'll change your life. All right, have a wonderful day, and always remember to be beautiful because you are beautiful. Bye.